Take a second.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds good. It says this stream is live.
It is, yes.
Woof, we're gonna have a good time. Woof, woof, bouncing on the go down. So let the good times roll. Bouncing's in the chat, better watch the back. Sending LOLs and cracking up a pack. From the cat to the beaver, even mom's in the mix. Oh, bouncing in the chat, let the good times grow.
Wow. I think we've got it all good to go here. It's amazing. Oh,
Substack 2?
yeah, I think so. I just got to make sure I'm in line because we're on portrait on Instagram. So, yeah. There we go. Okay, I think we're good to go. We are live on Twitter. I didn't get a weird error, so we should be live on Twitter. Yep. We're live on Substack, we're live on Instagram, and we're live on YouTube. Amazing. Okay, Chris, are you ready to go?
I'm ready. I was born ready, Jason.
Okay, all right. This may be the most ready we've ever been. Hello, pet enthusiasts. My name is Jason Zakowski. I'm the dog dad of Bunsen Beaker, Bernoulli, and the cat dad, the Bricks. My co-host with the mostest is...
Hi there. I'm Chris Sikowski. I am the dog mom to Bunsen Beaker and Bernoulli, and the cat mom to Bricks.
Every week in Pet Chat, we link together all of our social media platforms to do a mega live show. We answer questions, talk about the stories of the week. And then if folks want to share their own stories, we love to hear them. So it's good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. So we do, just if this is the first time tuning in, you're welcome to stay and go as you want. It's kind of just a feel good little show. If you're on Instagram, you can type up the comments. We are also live on Substack. So I can see some people on Substack have joined. I have to watch that feed separate from StreamYard, and then StreamYard has the live feed for Instagram, Facebook, and X video. So, and then hello to the people on audio. I see Marla, Team Service, Roddy Chesney, and of course Kenji. And then we've got our usual awesome folks there. Paula, Susan, Bianca, Steve, Plefty, Belinda, Susan, and Lou, along with a whole schwack of people on Instagram and everywhere else in between. It's good to see everybody. So if you have some questions, type them up. We'll start that. We'll start with some Q&A right now. But before we get there, a little plug from me for the movie Project Hail Mary. Make sure you go see it. Chris and I saw it on Monday, and it's a great science movie with a feel-good message. So, yeah.
You know what, Jason? Everything on my feed now is Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. If you watch one Ryan Gosling thing, the algorithm's like, oh, you like Ryan Gosling? Here's all the Ryan Gosling.
I am getting all of the Ryan Gosling, and I don't mind it. You know, he's a cool Canadian. And he's not too terrible to look at.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy. That's for sure. So yeah, if you have some questions, we do start with some Q&A, and then we'll get into the show.
Now, Steve on audio in the chat says, great. The Bernoulli cam is amazing.
Is that Bernoulli in the foreground there? I think so.
No, I think the Bernoulli cam, like when he's like going, running, and it's our fun camera that I got for you on Valentine's Day, because nothing says love like the Insta360.
Like a method to make more content.
I love it more than the GoPro. Oh, hi, I have Bernoulli.
You have Bernoulli?
Oh yeah, he's right there.
Get downstairs?
Hi, buddy.
I locked him up. I
It
locked
does
them
not
off.
matter. No, he is
They must
a
have
hootie.
squished
Oh,
through
I
the
have
gate.
Beaker too.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
Beaker and Bernoulli. I know. He tried.
Okay. Well, we have hello from Jacana, who's watching from Melbourne, Australia. Janice says, hi, I saw a news thing on David Popa doing art on the ice at Lake Abraham. I think that's the lake you highlighted in the post. Yeah, Lake Abraham is a place that I've always wanted to go to. My whole life I haven't been there during the winter. It's a long drive, and there are natural methane bubbles that freeze as they rise up, and we got to see them. It was very cool. And we went when it wasn't too cold, because on a cold day it would be frigid, like very, very, very cold. So
yeah, we went on our Christmas holiday, and it was a Tuesday that we went, and it was like the warmest day because I'm not sure if everybody's aware, I am pretty much done with winter. And it's been terrible all the time, every time. And it was just what? No.
We've had a mild winter. Yes, we have.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a nice day, and it still was windy, and you still had to have all your gear on, otherwise it would be very cold.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we got a good question.
There's our good boy up there. That's Bunsen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just wandering around.
Yeah, he's like, where's my friends?
He's probably just gonna lay down. We got a good question from Annette. I think Annette is new to the community. She's asking if Bernoulli is a cat. No, Bernoulli is a dog. He's a Bernese Mountain Dog. And his name came from the scientific principle for lift. So we named all of our dogs science names because we like to mix cute content with science content. Yeah, you've got the goober right there. I think that's just your mic.
Okay.
It's okay. You have Bernoulli in the room somewhere.
Well, he's going to you. Can you open your door and let him in?
You want to come in here? Hi, Bernoulli. You want to come in? He likes it in here. He likes it in the podcast room.
Okay, Beaker's coming too.
To me?
Can you let Beaker? Yes.
Beaker, you want to come in too? Okay, everybody's here. I've got both dogs. Hi, Beaker. You can see, here's Bernoulli. Let's see if I can get him on the skinny cam. There he is. Hi. We'll get to your questions. It's just we've got dogs right now that are being crazy. Okay. Somebody said, looks like Bunsen's feeling left out. He's okay. He'll come downstairs if he wants to. He's his own person. He's
yeah, and it's best if he doesn't, because he'll cry.
Yeah, he can be upstairs.
And he'll breathe into the mic like panting.
Yeah. Good question here. Hi from Australia, Austin, Texas, not Australia, Austin, Texas. It's so cute to see Bricks go after Beaker's tail. Is Beaker still letting Bricks get a little closer? Yeah, we had some really cute content this morning. Chris took a bunch of video of Bricks batting Beaker's tail, which was pretty sweet. So that was very, very cute. Heidi watching on Facebook says, I love the Bernoulli cam. Maybe he's a cat in his former life. Yes, that's true. Amy says, greetings from North Carolina. Hello, Amy. I'm checking Substack. We have 7 people watching on Substack. That's great. All right, Instagram. Betsy says, hi, guys. Betsy from Florida. I love them. Thank you. Oh, here's a question, and maybe the community can answer in chat. What's a good chew for a chewer burner? My guy Arlo is 18 months, 120 pounds. That's a big guy.
Wow.
We have these wood chews. What are they, Chris? These wood chews?
Mm-hmm.
What are they called?
They're called Gorilla Chews.
The Gorilla
and
Chew?
They're made by Ware, Gorilla Chews, and they're made by Ware, W-A-R-E. Whoa.
Oops, sorry. My headphones did weird. Just a second.
Okay. So we use that, but then we also use beef cheek or beef tail. But the problem is Berners, well, okay. Our experience with Bernese mountain dogs is Bunsen, who has a very temperamental stomach. And if he eats too much of a beef cheek or a beef tail, he will get some diarrhea and or throw up. And then Bernoulli, he doesn't have as weak of a stomach, but he also, we have to give a little bit and then take away and then a little bit and then take away, because it's a lot. It's a lot for them. But Beaker just loves the Gorilla Chews, and the boys do too. But Beaker likes to take them and hoard them in her lair.
Yeah, she'll take them all.
She has all the toys and all the chews, and she's like, "These are mine. Go away."
Oh. Okay. Hopefully that will put there's some comments coming up. There's goat horns. Joyder asks, I'm new here, so I don't know if you have talked about this, but why does my something lick his paws? I've had a dog lick his paws. I have dogs most of his life. Sometimes they're nervous. So sometimes the dogs get nervous, and then that's why they lick. And it's like self-soothing. Sometimes dogs just want to have very clean paws, so they'll lick any lick of dirt off their paws. Beaker likes to have very, very clean paws, so she'll lick and chew her paws until they're really clean. So there's that. Betsy says, what's the moose leg count this winter? None. No moose legs. Somebody said, I'm an environmental journalist, dog and cats, 2 humans, and I started watching you because of your great science names. Oh, thank you. That's on Instagram. Baking Chick says, thanks for the chew choice of its suggestions. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm having to monitor a bunch of different things. So Lala Vidal says, my dog loves Gorilla Chews. Kim has a comment, Brix's Tux is adorable. What occasion is coming up? I don't know. He's just fancy pants. That you can talk.
He's just perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
We just love him. And I saw it. And of course, I actually have a problematic addiction of buying anything for Brix, any toy. It's seriously a problem. And I saw it. I thought, oh, wouldn't Brix look cute in this? And I showed Jason and he said, yes.
Yeah.
And then I clicked buy.
And
I had the same thing. I had the same thing with Ginger. I was like, oh yes, we have Ginger and I can get her so many things. I was so excited. And then she liked nothing. Nothing. No toy, nothing. Like for the first Advent season, it was nothing. She didn't like anything. And then the second one, it was a little better, but not really. So now I have all these. I'm like, well, why would I buy things for her when she, doesn't even use them or doesn't play with them? So now Brix, he loves things. He loves to play. He loves to run around with his toys in his mouth. It's so cute. It just, now my addiction has been fueled.
Okay, we have a comment from Gabby's mom. I have Text from Bunsen Volume 4. So that's one of the books we wrote. You can find that on our website. Can't wait for the next book. Will it have Brix in it too? So yeah, we would love to do another Text from Bunsen Volume 5. And of course it'll have Brix in it. The sad thing is, and it just is what it is the 4th book didn't sell very well. So we kind of like got as many as sold the last couple years, and this time around it didn't sell very well, which is too bad because I think it was our best book. But maybe I had some feedback that from some folks that loved it, but maybe people are just the once they've seen one volume, they've seen them all, sort of thing. So yeah, so we would, if we do one, I'm not sure if it's going to be a print book. Just because the 4th one didn't do very well. Apologies, I have a bad cough.
And it does take us a lot of time. Like we
Mhm.
spend 3 weeks in the summer writing and
Mhm.
editing and formatting,
Yep.
and then we send it off, which we love to do. Don't get me wrong. It's so funny sitting at the kitchen table with Jason and just laughing about all of the jokes and reliving our year. That's a lot of fun.
Yep.
But in terms of ROI, return on investment,
we kind of
maybe.
want to do a little bit better than break even for all that
Yeah.
work. Yeah. So if we do something, I don't know if it's going to be a print book. We'll do an ebook because that's we don't have to go through the self-publishing hoops. Oh, okay, people, it's a really cute book, and I got the ebook too. Well, thank you for supporting us, Gabby.
It is a super cute book. Well, you know what we could do? Like, it could be brick centric, and then like with the brick stuffy that we're looking at doing, we could do something like that.
Yeah. I think I really don't know. I would maybe people are. You could message us. Maybe you did not. You got the third book and you didn't get the fourth. We'd love to know if maybe you've just had enough of it. Maybe it's run its course, and that's okay. It is what it is. Like you can only have so many Fast and the Furious movies, and then people kind of get sick of it. So I get it. Anyways, let's move on from that. We'll do a couple more questions and then the stories of the week. I'm an urban girl and need you to explain the moose leg thing to me. Why only the legs? What happened to the rest of the moose? So I posted a kind of a super cut of Bunsen finding the legs, and it did pretty good. So I'm sure some people have seen the video on our social medias. It's, I don't know, got a couple, like 250,000 views or something like that. So we don't know why there were so many moose legs. The most likely culprit is a hunter, or hopefully not, but a poacher that had got a bunch of moose and then didn't want their legs and kind of dumped them, and then they got scattered around by scavengers. Some of them were pretty bare, but some of them still had like the whole hoof and a lot of fur and meat on them. So I think Bunsen found some that were pretty fresh, and then as the year went on, he definitely found some that were not so fresh. So there's no three-legged mooses running around. They're definitely dead. So they don't lose. Some people thought maybe they lose their legs like antlers. No, they do not. So hopefully that answers your question, Lori. The spookiest scenario is like some mega predator was taking out these moose, and you'd need to be a pack of gray wolves or some kind of like giant cougar living in the creek taking out moose, because moose are enormous and these legs were full-size adult legs. So the most likely culprit is humans. Okay, Chris, do you have any more questions? It's there's a lot of them coming in. It's hard for me to go back and forth between all the different sites here.
Well, Marla from Team Service Roddy says beef cheek rolls are the best and easy to chew. Yep. And Paula says antlers for puppy burners.
Yep.
And then there's Paula sent a Ryan Gosling meme gift. Okay. And Bianca's talking to us from the future, of course. And she's sad because she loves all the text from Bunsen books. Oh. And Steve says, what do you give a 120-pound burner? Anything he wants.
Lala Vidal asks a good question. So we posted a video about our new hiking backpack. So that was a brand collaboration. Full disclosure, the brand sent us the backpack. But we are very, very picky with the brands we work with. We, as you notice, we don't like post ads every week with some new brand. We have to have hands-on, and it has to be something that we would use, and it has to have high quality. And we've gotten products in the past that we've had to, sadly, they were not good, or we wouldn't use them. So, we could have we could have said, yeah, and just like put together a reel, but that's kind of gross. This backpack's an amazing backpack. So the brand is called Pets Fit, and it's the Wild Path pet carrier. So that's what it is. It is the Pets Fit Wild Path. Pets Fit Wild Path. And I think you can use our coupon. I'd have to double check what it is. It's in one of the posts. You can still use it. You get to save a little bit of money. But Pets Fit Wild Path. And you think it's also very good, right, Chris?
Oh, Jason, when it arrived, I loved it, and I opened it and I just was like, wow, this is amazing. It's got so many pouches and the quality of the material is excellent. The zippers are excellent, and you can roll up and have the mesh showing.
Yeah.
It's just so great.
Yeah, it's got little peaky holes for bricks to look out of. It's good.
And he loves going in there. Like we just go bloop, and he just goes right in, which shocks some people. Some people are shocked of how cooperative our animals are. But Ginger was the same. I was like, oh, you're going to go in the backpack? And she's like, okay, bloop, in she goes. Bricks, same thing.
Yeah. So the cost of the backpack, I think, is about $100 with discount. So it's not a cheap backpack, but you pay for quality. I think like we all kind of forget if you haven't been backpacking with quality gear, I think you'd be in for a bit of sticker shock for what it would cost for like a good quality backpack or a good quality tent. So you get the quality with this, and we're happy with it. Very happy. And it's something that we'll use with bricks every day. We've pretty much said goodbye to that other backpack with the clear see-through thing on it, because this other backpack's just so much better. I think that other backpack's still like $50 or $60 now on Amazon. Like it's gone up in price since we got it last. So that's
it's not inexpensive either, and it's okay.
Yeah,
but that's the same way I felt about our first burner, first Bunsen Stuffy. We were so proud of it, and then when we got the second Bunsen 2.0, we were like, oh, this is way better quality. So it's kind of the same thing. We had that backpack, served us well. Now we have this one, and it's amazing.
Okay, we'll answer a couple more questions, and then we'll get to the stories of the week. I apologize if I missed a question. I'm juggling 3-4 different screens here with all the different sites. So Dory Murphy 4 from Instagram wants to know the science connection with Brix's name. He has the most beautiful blue eyes. Oh, thank you. So Brix is the scientific name for basically the sugar content in a solution, specifically related to fruit. And because Brix is such a sweetie, because he's a sweet, cuddly guy, that fits him perfect. And then this is a bigger conversation, but we can maybe give a couple pointers, and then people can give pointers too. Grandma Maggie says, I'm getting my first Bernese mountain dog. He's a puppy. Any helpful hints for a burner paw? You are so lucky to get a burner puppy, because they are unbelievably fun and unbelievably adorable. They're just sweethearts. So if the one thing I will say is be consistent with potty training. Decide to take them out for potty training every 1 to 2 hours after they eat, after they drink, after they play, even if not
15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes after they eat or drink, and then after that, like another hour or two. So otherwise, sometimes some burners are slow learners. Bernoulli was. We were very lucky with Bunsen, but that would be my thing with that, with consistency. And then get your dog into some socialization as quick as possible. So once they've passed their time you can be around people safely, because there's like a time puppies are at risk. Get them into some puppy classes, get them around lots of people and other dogs, so they're socialized. Anything else, Chris?
Love them.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to
love. but don't love them too much. Otherwise you'll have a stage 5 clinger like
Bernoulli
Bernoulli.
with you.
Bernoulli is yes. Actually all of them. I don't know what it is about me. They just are like, oh, all of them glom right on.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
But each burner is different.
Yeah.
You know, we had Bunsen first and he was so amazing, calm. You know, what's funny, like he never would like lie right beside me. And even when you see like our first Gotcha Day pictures, he's kind of pushing away. He's like, that's him. Like now he likes to come and sit, but he likes to connect on his own terms. Whereas, and I was sad about that. I'm like, oh, I wish he was like right here with me as a puppy. And I just love him so much. And I just want him to be near me. And then we got Bernoulli and he was that.
Yeah, he's cuddly.
And now he's cuddly. And so I love that about Bernoulli, but he also like lays on me. So
yeah, he's a bit of a clinger.
Yeah. And just understand their personalities. They're very sensitive.
Yes, they are very. You can't yell at them. You'll hurt their feelings.
Yeah, and that's damaging to the bond between you. For us, for me, Jason always called me Treat Lady, and the dogs call me Treat Lady because I always have treats to be able to reward when they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I think that goes for every dog. Just treat them with respect and love them.
Yeah, but you are so lucky. And then when you go out into the community, people will run. What kind of dog is that? They will run to you.
Yeah, a Bernese Mountain Dog puppy. People will get hit by cars running across the street to see your puppy. So yeah, it's a whole thing.
And they are large dogs, so you definitely don't want them jumping up. So when they are like training, if they're like running towards you, then distract, like pull them into a get ready but you'll get that in your training. But yeah, you gotta nip you gotta, like, I think it's probably with any kind of dog, any kind of training, but you have to predict what might happen and try and mitigate it through distraction or something else.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Perfect. Okay, we'll move on to a couple stories and then we'll revisit questions. And if anybody else has some community sharing, like stories, they can type that up. We'd love to share. Chris, do you have any stories of the week you want to tell everybody about?
So it was so cute today with Bricks playing with Beaker's tail. That was super cute and unexpected. So we were all downstairs and Jason was playing his game, and sure enough, everybody comes down because it's very exciting.
My Steam Deck, here it is.
Yes, there it is.
I love that.
You love that thing. But we were all downstairs, and if Jason's down there, I'm downstairs. Bernoulli is opening up the gate to get downstairs, and Bricks was there. Bunsen wasn't, but Beaker was. And then they were just playing, and it was cute. The second fun story of the week was Beaker was downstairs, and I said, "Are you coming up?" And she's like, "No, I'm going to lay here." I'm like, "That's not going to work very good." And that, what are you doing?
No, I was just I'm trying to see if Bunsen's on the screen, because there's no point in having. Is he on there still, like off to the side? There's just a glare for me. I can't see.
Yeah.
There's no point in having that if nobody can see Bunsen. He's just I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay, go for it.
Okay. Anyway, so then I close the gate and I'm upstairs, and then all of a sudden I hear Beaker barking, because now she's like, "Oh, I'm all by myself down here and I'm stuck because I can't get through." Bernoulli went over and he opened the gate for her because he is able to open the gate. It's so annoying. It's the worst. And so he opened it for her. He's so smart.
He's so smart.
And then she was like, "Oh, thank you, Bernoulli." And she came upstairs and he was like, "Hello." So cute. And then today he saw his little footsie girl in Wagon Walk. So she was there, and she's super cute. And they played footsies at Waggles on Wednesday.
Yeah.
He was happy to see her.
Yeah. So my story of the week is we've had, though I know Chris is frustrated, we're not into spring like what she's used to from Vancouver, because I know right now in Vancouver, I'm sure the flowers are blooming. There are no flowers blooming in Alberta anywhere, unless you're in a greenhouse. But we've had very, very warm weather Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. It was like, you could have wore shorts. It was plus 20, I think, one day, 20 Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but like very, very, very warm. And it's melted a ton of snow. Like, I know it doesn't look like that if you've seen some of our videos, but it's melted a lot of the annoying ice that's built up because we've had a very icy winter. But the fun part is the creek is melted and it's running. So we went down to the creek, the dogs and I didn't take bricks because I didn't know how deep the creek would be, and I didn't want to like fall in the creek with him on my back, right? Like that would go bad. If you've seen the Bernoulli cam footage, then with Bernoulli went for a swim. The creek's running, which is always so fun. And thanks to Norbert's dams, which are still holding up, there's a great big pool that forms in front of one of them that Bernoulli and Beaker swim in usually all spring, and then into July there's water in it. The last couple Augusts it's dried up. So that was just fun. It was cool to see the hints of spring coming, and the hint of spring for me is the creek running from all the runoff and the natural spring water that pops up there. Very fun.
Yes, but today's walk was at -4 degrees Celsius.
I know.
And I said, wasn't it the first day of spring?
That the first day of spring is irrelevant if you're in Canada.
Parts of Canada.
It could still snow all the way to June, and you know that. So
I do. But I can also be in denial.
Yeah. Just keep being in denial about the snow. So in other sort of big news, I dropped a hint about the brick stuffy. So we are developing a brick stuffy, and they needed the artist team that's working with us needs to tweak the front of it, but the back of it I thought looked really good. And I did put that on social media, and people thought it was pretty cool. I agree that the back of it, they just need to fix up a little bit about Brix's tail. So I'll maybe share my screen so you all can see it. Maybe you haven't seen the prototype yet. So is the brick stuffy on the screen, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the back of it. And they nailed his little dark ears and like kind of the fur that is both white and dark with like a speckled dark. Like they did a really good job with that. His tail is a little wrong though, because he doesn't have an all white tail. He has a tail that kind of fades to gray or black. The front needs a bit of work. I don't want to show anybody the front because it doesn't look like bricks yet. But the back is perfect, nearly perfect. Like I think a lot of people thought it was bricks from the back. So how do I stop sharing?
I don't know, but we can look at your camera roll.
Oh, well, it's just dogs.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So we're hopeful to have the prototype finished, and then we'll do a pre-sale in April. Because the pre-sale helps us fund the stuffies. We're also working on a big donation. It took us a bit to figure out which organization to give it to. So a bunch of people donated a stuffy around in January, and we've matched that, and we're gonna match it ×2. So we're gonna have a big donation probably in a couple weeks of a couple crates of stuffies to the Central Alberta Child Advocacy Center.
I thought it was the Ronald McDonald House.
No, that didn't work. So that's why it took us a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already donated them to them, and they've kind of ignored me. So I'm sure they would love more stuffies, but it hasn't really worked out. So anyways, that's coming up. And thank you for everybody's donation. It's just taken us a second to figure out where this should go because the original plan didn't work. Okay, that's it for my stories. Do you have any other stories to share, Chris?
Well, I do always, but it's time to open up community sharing.
Right.
And Sasha, the Bernedoodle, also known as Holly, was up, but she stepped down. Mm-hmm. She had requested. So Holly, if you want to re-request, that would be great. I saw you there. We just were finishing up our stories. And then if we know you, then you are able to come up on Twitter audio. And then if we don't know you, then we DM you to ask, hey, we don't know you. We're not sure because we've been burnt before. So yeah, we kind of do vet our speakers. We are a friendly space here.
Okay. If you have a story to share on the other social media sites, you can just type it up. We have one already. Logan said, fun story here. Mom is shining geese with a laser pointer. They honk and leave. Don't shine in their eyes, though. Not good for their eyes. They are annoying, though. And then Gabby's mom was making a comment about how many times Brooks got hit in the face by Beaker's tail. He didn't move. No, he didn't. He liked getting smoked in the face with the Beaker tail.
I was surprised by that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he was like, I just want more. And Beaker's tail is relentless.
Mm-hmm. We have a question from Baking Chick. Baking Chick is asking best age for neutering, and do you recommend additional surgery after neutering or with neutering? So the new research that has come out about neutering, especially large breed dogs, this is only for large breed dogs, and Bernese Mountain Dogs are part of that, is you kind of have to wait. The evidence seems to show they have the best outcomes if you wait until they're 2 years old, which is significantly longer than the previous vet recommendations. And we neutered Bunsen at a year, but we are waiting for 2 years for Bernoulli. And in order to let him get into certain places, he has a vasectomy, if you can believe it. But that's what we decided to do with him. So he's intact, but he can't make the ladies pregnant. Because that's always...
But he does like the ladies.
Yeah, so you do get some of the male attitudes and behaviors, but... it has allowed him to go and be really social with other dogs, and Waggles has been really good. When he was just after 1, he was definitely way more amorous with the ladies, and they called him Humpanooly, but he's a lot better now.
You called him Humpanooly.
I'm sure they did too at Waggles because he was quite humpy. So,
but he's pretty good now.
Yeah, he is very good now. Paula's
he calls off.
Paula's come up to speak, so we'll give Paula the floor. If you're listening on video, you'll hear Paula's audio, but you won't be able to see her.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing?
Good. Hello.
Good. How are you, Paula?
I'm doing better. I got my neck brace off this week. Yay!
Yay!
So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, I just wanted to say the Bernoulli cam makes me crack up. I just love it. I think, especially when he went into the water and he was blowing bubbles. If anybody hasn't seen that little video, it was great because it was like, it was like he was just motorboating. It was just the best. It was the best video of the week, I swear. And just watching him having fun. Is that thing waterproof, by the way? Could you ever get him in the water and see him go down?
Yeah, the Insta360 is like the successor to the GoPro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it should be. I'll read the packaging, but I'm pretty sure it's as waterproof or more so than the GoPro.
Well, that's really cool because I want to see some underwater Jacques Cousteau Bernoulli stuff for sure, sure. But anyway, nothing to report too much here except like I said, mom's getting better, so there's hope at the end of the tunnel here. It's been a long haul, but I'm doing pretty good. But I did go see Project Hail Mary, and I laughed and I cried, and I had to put earplugs because I did see it in IMAX. But I was reading a book, Jason, because you said read the book. And I was 3/4 the way through it. And I said, oh, the heck with it. I got to go. So I went. And, it was just amazing. And I don't want to say anything because it will just totally ruin it if you just say one little blip about it. But I think it already grossed, I heard 78 million on Friday.
Wow.
So they haven't even gotten the weekend numbers in yet. And they said it's like surpassing everything because there's an Amazon MGM production. But they said it's going to be crazy. And Chris, if you have Ryan Gosling on your feed, I couldn't think of anything better than the dumb stuff that I usually get because he's a cutie patootie. But and I swear, Jason, I was thinking of you during that whole movie because you are like that science teacher, I swear. And I was like, this is great. This is Jason. I was just putting 2 and 2 together. So if there was everybody that would do that, it would be you. So like I said, I can't say much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but go see this movie. It is fantastic. And I know it's not pet related, but it was a lot of fun to see. So thank you. And as people, as far as saying, text from Bunsen, hey, listen, I've got your first book to the 4th book, and they get better as years go on. And yeah, it's kind of fun, but the rapport with the different animals and Ginger and everything. And now that we got Brex in the mix, you got to do a 5 because that's going to be like a box set. And then I'm going to tell people to buy a box set of the Text from Bunsen because they're good books, and you got to know the history and you got to know some of the backstories. And I still laugh at Text from Bunsen 3, and we know who, right, Chris? But anyway, I won't mention his name, Kevin. But anyway, but I love you guys, and I love what you do, and thank you for all your content. You just always put a smile on everybody's face, and I just want to say again, rah, rah. And yeah, I'm so happy for you guys. And thanks for making USA Today, because that story with Bunsen saving Bailey was just, you read that story a million times and it still gets you in the gut. So it's endearing and it's beautiful. And you gotta admit that that's pretty cool. So congratulations on that too.
Thank you. I've totally forgot, Paula, that we were in USA Today, or at least, on their on their website.
I was checking that darn website every single day since you mentioned it in Pawpack, and I looked and I was like, okay, when are you going to have this? And then I do a search, and they would do all these other stories, and I thought, oh, and then the day you posted, I died laughing. I said, figures was the day I didn't look, but that's okay. But I'm glad you guys made it, and if anybody hasn't seen it, check it out. Go on USA Today and do a search for Bernese Mountain Dog Canada Rescues Dog or something like that. And you'll probably pull it up, but it was a great interview. So thank you again. And I love you guys.
Thanks, Paula.
Have a good week, everybody.
You betcha.
Thanks, Paula. You too.
Jana says that Drew Barrymore had Ryan and the cast and producers and the puppeteer on her show. So yeah, very cool. There's a whole bunch of really fun interviews about one of the characters in the show is actually a puppet. But we won't say too much about that because it's a bit of a spoiler. I may or may not have the 3D printer printing something, Chris.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have to take all of my restraint not to go look.
It'll be
right
done tomorrow
now.
morning. It's an 18-hour print, so it's going to be a bit.
Is it the Hail Mary?
No, I'm not saying what it is.
Okay.
But you can get a Lego Hail Mary, and it's got a little dial, and when you dial it, the crew component goes backwards and then starts to spin. It's very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. Okay. Any other speakers on audio, Chris? And I'm not seeing any more questions.
Holly's not back.
So Paula, thank you so much for talking about our book We have we still have lots of the books. So you can go to www.bunsenburnerbmd.com and we have our book on there. And I think there's the ebook. So if you don't want to, like, the shipping of books is expensive because they're heavy. And we're not Amazon, so sadly we can't do like zero shipping prices. So yeah, I think that was one of the things that maybe knocked us down a bit, was it does cost money to ship things. And I think a lot of folks are used to those Amazon prices, which can be quite cheap compared to what smaller businesses can offer. Lala Viddle says, I enjoy watching and hearing the USA video of Bunsen saving the older dog. Thank you. Okay, looks like you brought up Belinda. So everybody who's watching on video, everybody's watching on video, you're going to hear Belinda's voice. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody from the future. I just wanted to say,
Hi.
I put the USA Today link in the chat on Twitter.
Okay, thank you.
So because it sort of came up. It was the first link when I typed in USA Today because I watched it.
Yeah.
And so the last couple of weeks since you started doing it, linking in Substack, I've been watching on Substack and listening on Twitter. Before I was trying to listen and watch on Twitter, and it was a bit of a trying to do two things at once on Twitter is, well, not good. It sort of slightly does work slightly better with Substack.
Nice.
Watching on that. So I don't know if we can work out how to bring up people live on Substack video, because I've seen and yeah.
You can. It's just a whole thing. I'd have to. Yeah, I'd have.
I've heard when you're multicasting.
Yeah, I have to send individual people the link. But we're on Substack it's called the Pupdate newsletter. I don't know if I should change it to like what our brand name is, but we started on Substack. That's where I would do our weekly newsletter. But now I every week I've been really enjoying taking something topical about pets in the science, or just kind of like the realm of pets, that seems sensational, and either debunking it to the best of my knowledge if it's misinformation, or finding the kernels of truth. So you'll see that we're actually pretty active on Substack. I don't mind it as a platform. It's pretty good. Sorry, Belinda, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but
yeah, no, that's perfect. Because I actually have a couple of subscriptions that I'm on Substack with that I watch. So I've just put your thing on what's it, the Substack in the Twitter chat as well.
Thank you.
So it's a reasonable platform for what it is, and there's a couple of things like a daily podcast that I watch, and another newsletter that I read regularly aside from yours every week on Substack. So yeah, and
that's the wave of the future, Belinda, is almost all podcasts are moving towards a video podcast. Do you watch it, and do you see people talking, or do you just listen to the one that you like to listen to?
There are a couple of, there's one that I listen to daily. It's a US news type podcast.
Gotcha.
And then a publishing newsletter.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So the publishing newsletter is Publishing Confidential by Kathleen Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
She's a PR person that I followed for quite a number of years about books. She's a publicist who's worked for like Big Five publishers. She's been in the industry for 30 years. So if anyone wants to know about publishing, Kathleen is who I read every week when she does her newsletter. And she's also given, she's also been on a health journey. Some updates about her health. And the other one I watch every day is Jim Acosta, the reporter who left CNN.
Gotcha. Well, those are some good recommendations for people to check out if they're interested.
Yeah, so those are the two that I can afford to pay for at the moment.
Okay.
When I get some more money, you will be next on my list.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. But particularly for me, the publishing is relevant for the work I do on my own books. Yeah, so that's why I subscribe to Kathleen.
Nice.
And you can get like Dan Rather does, like there are a couple of American journalists on there who seem quite reasonable.
Perfect. Well, Belinda, thanks for the recommendations. Thanks for talking into us from the future.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thanks,
Okay, take
Belinda.
care.
Every time I hear Dan Rather, I have a Pavlovian thing, whereas Dan Rather not.
I don't know what that is, Chris.
Well, I don't know either. That's what Gordon and I always say. Dan
Oh.
Rather not.
Okay. Just a play on words.
I know. It's very strange. Paula's laughing. Thank you for the laugh emojis, Paula. I appreciate you. Oh, Karen's laughing too.
Okay.
I got 2 laughs, Jay.
We should probably move towards wrapping up if nobody else has a story about their if they don't have a pet story or something to share.
Oh, Paula has her hand up. Go ahead, Paula.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty funny, Chris. I had to laugh. Good for you guys, but because that is funny. Dan Rather not. I love it. I still like Dan Rather. But anyway, I got to say one more thing. Congratulations to you guys too on the podcast. You hit 500 episodes. That is just stellar, and it's just epic. And 500 more to you, baby, because that's like great. And you guys do a great job together. And again, big congratulations. I need one of your woohoos on your soundboard there, Jason. You got to have like a little congratulations sound.
Maybe.
So maybe give you a yay or something. There you go. Woo! That's even better. So congratulations. And that's just great. I just had to put that in too.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Jason said today that lots of people quit after doing 15 episodes. So
yep, the average length of a podcast is 15 episodes. So we got to 500. It's hard to believe it.
It is.
Yeah, it's that's the Science Podcast. I need to update the graphics. Obviously, Bernoulli's not a little guy anymore, and there's no bricks on that one. I just got to edit. It's got to be the perfect size in Canva. They're kind of picky about the size of it. Yeah, but it's right there. My first episode was in 2019. Can you believe that? That's unbelievable. First Science
It is
podcast.
unbelievable.
Yeah. So last week we talked about how teens aren't getting enough sleep, the science of the dogs that do dog races, dog sledding. And then our guest was Dr. Alex Danis. She is a geneticist, and she has a really large social media account. And one of her fun series was she was tasting every single amino acid. But this week we just released this one because you and I worked on that today. It's a shorter episode. There's a big study that looked at how medical cannabis or cannabis use does not seem to help a lot of mental health disorders as it claims to. in a big meta analysis. And then a couple folks wanted us we got DM'd from Instagram and Twitter if we would break down dog diabetes. So we did a little the whole Pet Science is all about what dog diabetes is, what to look out for, and the treatment. Now, we're not vets, so we are just using very reputable sources, and as science communicators, just passing on the information. Obviously, if you think your pet has diabetes, do not listen to us. Go see an actual vet. So, yeah. We would love folks to listen to the Science Podcast. It's free. New episode every week. I'm talking to a plant scientist on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah. And I talked to a volcanologist this week. That episode.
And then that's when I was like, oh,
Yeah. No,
like from Vulcan, the Spock,
No.
and I made like the fingers, and you're like, no, volcanoes.
No, it's a volcano scientist. Yeah.
Yeah, not Vulcan, not Spock.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, but I think we can wrap up. Thank you, everybody. There's no wrap up music. What am I doing here? There's the wrap up music. Okay. Thanks to everybody who came to our live show today. Thanks for your great questions and for sharing some of your stories, and also for the couple speakers who came up. Thanks for speaking. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, yes. Thank you, everybody. We love sharing our family with you, our bird family and our human family. And we continue to build this community, which we love.
You betcha. All right. We will see everybody next week. Take care. And I don't know. Thanks for supporting what we do. It is, it's not lost on Chris and I that, we have about 100 people that come every week to the live show across all the different social medias. And we have thousands upon thousands of comments every day, and millions of people interact with our content. Sometimes millions of people interact with our content a day, which is pretty shocking. And we're so thankful for the support that everybody has for what we do. Okay, take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody. Go see Project Hail Mary.
That's right. I didn't get it till I was like almost done the book. But the Ryland Grace is the main character, and it's Hail Mary full of grace, which is
the Lord is with thee. And there are a little bit of religious undertones.
Yeah, that's okay though.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You could see there are religious undertones, or maybe not.
Oh, I guess I see it.
You might see it, but I mean the fact that he bumps into another main character, that's also very cool. Yeah, I think the biggest undertone is like you have to have faith when things are bad.
And bravery. And bravery comes from unexpected places.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see everybody next week. Ending stream.